Welcome back to News 9 on this Monday. Many questions remain unanswered this morning, days after the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump.
News 9 political analyst Scott Mitchell live in studio with us this morning with more on the potential impact on November's election. Scott, thanks for coming in with us. We always appreciate it. Does this assassination attempt help Trump in the polls?
Yes. It's going to be a good week for the president, former president. He's going to get a bump. You always get a bump, by the way, out of these conventions. And so we'll see the polling. There'll be a jillion polls this week talking about how the race is over. 112 days to the election, because I would just say it's a long way from being over. But this week is going to be the week of Trump.
What about President Biden? Where does he go from here? And I mean, is the narrative already changing? I mean, last week, it's the calls that, Joe Biden needs to step aside. He needs to let someone else run. And now it seems like, is that over? What is the narrative now for the president?
It's over for now. We'll see what's like in a week, okay? Because now, by the way, Biden's been here before. He had to debate Sarah Palin. He's had to debate the now vice president. He's seen these sorts of things before. His team has too, but they've never seen anything like this. And so all that calculus about whether we replace the president or not, it's up in the air. They're going to be like everybody else this week. They're trying to figure out just what's going on.
Is the vice presidential pick for former President Trump more important today than it was on Saturday?
No, I don't think so. I think that was done. This is all about a person who's had his image changed in a moment, okay? And he's gone from this person that people that 40% like and want to be with, and that other 20% in the middle, where are they going to go? Now it's statesman. Now it's victim Trump, okay? And the way he's reacted, listen, this time he's got a pro team around him running the campaign, not that goofy bunch that went to prison and things like that. So they've done a good job of maintaining this elder statesman type of thing. How long is that going to last? I saw Rudy Giuliani shows up in Milwaukee. So there are these goofy people that are going to be around him trying to change the narrative. But the former president is trying to look like Winston Churchill. How long could that last?
Let me ask you this, because I did hear just from some of the cable shows over the weekend that the president has already changed his speech for Thursday night that he is going to give. How important is the president's acceptance speech for the nomination on Thursday, primetime TV, millions of people watching?
Well, it'll be Super Bowl numbers, and it's going to be very important because that's going to be the tone. And that comes back to your question. It's going to be, what Donald Trump do you see on Thursday night? What will Joe Biden's people do on Friday? That's the great question right now. Everything's just theater until then.
How do you watch all of this and not lose your mind?
It's a great question.
Yeah,
it's a great question.
So true.
And when we did Hot Seat this week, the extended version, Keith asked that question exactly. Dr. Gaddy's answer was, read, go against the algorithm. People are going, by the way, the media's going to start covering these rallies again if they happen. And so it's about reading, getting as much information. Otherwise, people are getting the stuff spoon-fed to them. And they never have their views challenged. Read, and read some more.
It was interesting. Even one of the cable programs this morning we were reading beforehand said that they didn't have their regular host on because they weren't sure of the guests that were coming on, what they might say that might be incendiary or something like that. I mean, the media is responsible for a lot of this.
Bad day for Joe and Mika, but a good week for Trump. But number two, the media giveth and the media taketh away. I mean, that's the wild card. How they start covering former President Trump is going to be the issue. But look, there are people writing stories that's all over. It's not all over. There's so much. If I knew what was going to happen, I'd go play the lottery. Okay, that's just something we cannot look like. It's July, it's not October. So, as Aaron Rodgers once said, relax. There's a long way to go.
Okay.
112 days, is that what you said?
Yeah, something like that. A long way.
It'll be here before we know it. You wonder what's going to happen between now and then.
That's right.
We'll see.
Thanks for coming in. We always appreciate it.
Good to be here.